Right, now before we do get into this video, I do just want to give you a bit of a pre-warning because the situation we're talking about today, it's a bit petty to say the least, but it's become such a big situation over the past few days, I feel like I kind of have to speak about it. I mean, it's actually got to the point that we've got a response video from $1 billion company and they responded with a short film. And we will get to that. Like I said, it's a bit bizarre, but let's go back to the beginning. Right, so there's two main people you need to be aware of in this situation. The first one being Kylan Darnell, and the second person being Izzy Darnell, who are sisters. And from what I can tell, and from what people are saying, they are part of, like, rich talk, I guess. Like, they're, like, from a rich family, and people watch them because they like to see their wealthy lifestyle, I guess. So when they decide to do a Christmas haul showing what they got for Christmas, you can imagine people were interested who were interested in that part of, like, TikTok, right? See the expensive stuff they got. But this became such, like, a controversial situation, and we're gonna go through why. Now, there is a few videos throughout this that have actually been deleted, so I'm gonna do my best to, like, piece it all together. But let's start off with this video by Kylan, where she goes on to show some stuff that she got for Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope you've had a great Christmas. Not just a good Christmas, but I'm going to give you a Christmas haul because I posted a video asking if y'all wanted one, and y'all did.
Okay, so as you can imagine, this video, she goes through some of the stuff she got. Now, the thing is that this is what people have jumped on, right? Apparently, some of the items are fake. Now, I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking for when it comes to fake items, so I have absolutely no idea. I also really couldn't care less if she received fake items or not, but this is all part of the story, I guess. I think one item in particular that people were pointing out were these, like, Chanel shoes. People were saying that they were fake. And also this pink bag, which I've now learned is a mini Kelly, apparently, is also apparently fake. The thing is about this bag, this was actually the most shocking part for me, not the fact that it was fake. The price of these bags, I genuinely couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, just look at this website right here, right? 25 grand, 22 grand, 20 grand, 27 grand for a bag. 68 grand? What do you mean 68 grand for a bag? Yeah, it better be fake if you are getting that, because if you're getting the real one, that is ridiculous in my eyes. I get it, people like expensive stuff, but I couldn't even imagine being in a position to be able to do that. That is mental. Now, because of this, a lot of TikTokers were making videos kind of responding to all of this, kind of like exposing the fake bags, right? Like we got this video, for example, by Joe Anybody, who goes on to talk about the pink mini Kelly bag.
This epic Christmas haul was a sham, and Izzy Darnell might have just blown this whole thing out of the water because of this bag. A pink mini Kelly. Remember this color. The little Izzy Darnell just got a $36,000 mini Kelly. Let me tell you why this is a big deal. Mini Kellys are scarce. You have no clue how hard people fight and work and spend to get a bag like this. Sometimes you even need an invitation to get one.
Sorry, right, I might look shocked throughout this. This is a whole new world to me. I did not realize it was like this. I kind of get it for like watches and stuff. I knew that with like, you have to be on like waiting lists and stuff for watches. And I think even with like Lamborghinis, you have to be on like a certain membership or you have to like have bought from them before. It's all a bit weird, right? But I didn't realize that this was such a common thing with different products.
DH Gate sells one that looks just like it. So I'm like, no way they have this color pink. There it is. There it is, people.
I mean, to be fair, right? The one that he's showing here, that's what, still $200 for the fake version. It's still not cheap.
So there's two things I want to talk about here. One is the color, but this color is not available. Number two is the hardware. Most mini Kellys are silver. They're not gold. It's very rare to see gold hardware on a mini Kelly. And I know her mom bought it.
Okay, right. So you get the point, right? He goes through the details. He said it's fake. I don't know. I guess it seems like universally agreed now that this is like a fake bag. So I guess it is. Again, I don't really think that's a big deal personally, but I guess some people do, right? I guess actually reading the comments, the thing that became the big deal was obviously like this was like a present from her mum, who also has a TikTok account, by the way, so we'll get to her response in just a second. But I guess a lot of people were saying like, oh, did her mum claim they were real but actually bought her fake ones, and then people had a problem with that? Or on the flip side, I guess people also didn't like the fact that maybe they were saying it was real knowing it was fake and flaunting this like wealthy lifestyle that they don't seem to now think is true. That's just judging from the comments that I've seen. There's also like more videos kind of showing the other items like the Chanel heels that we spoke about. There's a video from a TikToker called Shay Lou who goes on to talk about the Chanel heels.
I saw the Izzy and Kylan Darnell Rich Girl Christmas haul, and a lot of it is DHgate. Not to be a hater, usually I'm like, girl, get your bag, save your money. But the fact that they're flaunting all this stuff as if it's real, this was my first giveaway. When she showed her Chanel shoes, they came in a matte Chanel black box. Chanel shoes come in a box that's kind of like textured like this. They're not matte.
Okay, so I guess what the bag was like a sign that they might be fake. Also, she goes on to talk about like the writing in the shoes.
And then also the writing on the Chanel shoes were a little funky. See how like the Chanel feels very real and it's leather and it's imprinted like that. That was giveaway number 2. These Chanel shoes as well. This is imprinted. And then I have another pair of Chanel shoes right here, and that is imprinted in there. Her shoes, it looked like the Chanel name was literally printed on, not imprinted.
Okay, right, so again, we get the point, pointing out that they might be fake, right? But then this is where the situation gets even more bizarre, because if it was just this, I probably wouldn't even speak about it, because again, it doesn't really feel like that big of a deal to me. But then this is where we get to like the weirdness starts, let's just say that. Because their mum, Tonya Darnell, actually made a video responding to this, where it's got some copyrighted music in the background, so I'm not going to play that. But as we can see, the text on screen says, okay, hate me for buying my girls the real being like a brand that sells authentic, like clothing, shoes, etc. For Christmas, they are spoiled brats anyway. Now, honestly, when I read this, I thought, I feel like they're just doing it for like rage bait at this point. Like, I feel like they knew that it was going to get this big reaction. They showed like very obvious, maybe fake pieces that people would clock onto and it'd become a big situation. That's my take on it. I feel like it might be rage bait. Maybe it's not. But either way, the fact that she's now actually mentioned the company that she apparently bought these products from, The Real, whose like whole reputation is based on selling authentic pieces, they decided that they needed to respond. And to be fair, they probably did need to respond in some way, because the comment section on their videos was just plastered with all of this stuff, right? Like, there's this one, for example, saying, according to Kylan Darnell, her mum has a membership for you guys so she can purchase fakes. Can you educate us on this membership? Yeah, so apparently there was some other videos from, like, Kylan Darnell, for example, who was saying that it was from The Real as well. I feel like some videos have been deleted that I can't find unless I'm just being stupid. But apparently The Real was mentioned multiple times, and now people are commenting. So do I need to be concerned with my purchases now from you guys? Darnell sisters and mum said it was from you guys and would hate to think that is true. Are your bags fake? The Darnell sisters say otherwise. I've worked hard for years and was finally eyeing several bags on The Real, but I'm concerned that if buying a counterfeit bag is a possibility, does The Real keep stats of when this happens? So basically, the comments on their social medias was just covered with people saying like, oh, do you sell fakes? Like, oh, I'm worried about purchasing from you now. Do I have to be worried about the stuff that I've already purchased? Just a bunch of this stuff. So as you can imagine, they probably needed to respond, right? And they did actually originally just respond like to other comments, like, and they didn't make like a full video about it at first, because like there's people leaving comments saying, please clear up the Kylan and Tonya Darnell situation, lol, you'll need to sue or file a lawsuit or else you will lose customers. To which they replied saying, hey, appreciate you flagging this. We've reached out to Darnell's directly to clear up any confusion. Thank you for your patience and concern. Sincerely, the social media manager. There was another comment that they replied to that originally said, as a potential future customer, I feel unsure whether to purchase from you because of the comments made by the Darnell family, to which The Real replied saying, we sell authenticated luxury goods and no one does more than The Real to keep fakes off the market. We've reached out to the Darnells directly to clear things up. Thank you. And I guess at this point they felt like they needed to kind of like clear things up in a video more specifically, and they did kind of like upload one video that was just them saying that we sell authenticated goods, this is how we do it. But then they actually posted a mini movie. And although they don't directly kind of like address the Darnell family, they go on to talk about the same bag, and they basically show how their items are authenticated and leave in some like remarks that seem like they're definitely directed to this situation. And obviously the timing of it all, it feels like it's about this situation.
A short time ago, in a land far away, a bag was born, named for a literal princess. Her beauty and prestige would take her to places beyond her wildest imagination.
Hey guys, I'm Kelly. I'm a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Leo rising. To get it out of the way before you ask, yes, I'm totally French, but I moved here when I was a mini, so that's why I don't have an accent. I don't mean to brag, but I'm not easy to get. My owner had to buy like $10,000 worth of plates just to get an appointment to talk about buying me.
Okay, so straight away they're saying like they're not easy to purchase. You've got to do like these other purchases to get the appointments and whatnot. They then go on to show like the journey of the mini Kelly getting authenticated by The Real, where they show like the place where it all happens.
Before I knew it, I was at the Real Authentication Center. Can you believe the size of this place? This is Marissa, my receiver. She's an Aquarius. She gave me the literal white glove treatment. Made sure my zippers worked, checked my pockets. This is where she told me that I'm technically very good condition.
Okay, and they go through this bit quite a lot, right? And they go through like all the specifics of stuff, like checking the tags. They put like this sensor on it or something, basically just to check that, to make sure that they are real. They also go on and say stuff like the bag is high risk because there's a lot of poses out there.
She also told me I'm high risk. There's a lot of posers out there.
Yeah, and if I just skim along, we can see kind of what happens. They do the whole authentication stuff, making sure that's real. They go on to check like the prices of what it should sell for, showing like the differences, what the prices could be. Like if it comes from a bag, like the actual packaging, it would cost more. Shows exactly where it'd be stored, and then eventually shows someone actually purchasing it and receiving the product. And judging by the comments, people love this as a response, right? Like, we've got comments like, not the shade, love it. OMG, did y'all just have this in the hopper ready to go? I have no one to talk about this with. Your marketing team deserves a raise for putting this together during the holidays. They were so quick with this, with a Kelly too, or the shade, all that stuff. And to be fair, I can see why they had to make some type of response to it, right? Because, like I said before, the actual situation itself, don't really care for, don't think it's that big of a deal. But if this company's getting involved, like their name's being mentioned, and then this is where like these alleged fakes are coming from, of course they're gonna have to respond and be like, whoa, 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 don't involve us in this. But now at this point is where we actually start getting some more response videos from the family. This first one being by Kylan Darnell, but this is actually like a re-upload video from Rhea the Last Dragon, because I don't think the original video is still up, but there's this one part that she shows here where Kylan says she thought it was like normal that people would get like some real stuff and some fake stuff. She just thought that's what everybody did.
Like, I don't even know what to say because I don't really owe y'all an explanation, but like, I thought that everybody knew that like people buy like some of my stuff that's designer is real and some of it's fake. I thought that was like an everybody thing.
And in fact, Rhea the Last Dragon goes on to show like the comment section on this video where people are saying stuff like, I think the transparency wasn't previously there until you addressed it just now. There's more comments saying, I don't get why you wouldn't have just said this isn't real, but I love it, I'm so grateful then. So yeah, it seems like from these comments, the main problem was like the transparency. That's why people were annoyed. There was also a video uploaded by Izzy Darnell where she goes on to say stuff like, this isn't in the Christmas spirit, like why are you trying to get me to hate stuff that my parents got me for Christmas?
For Christmas, guys, we're supposed to be like grateful, spend time with our family, be thankful for the gifts that we have gotten. And somehow you guys are hating so hard, you're trying to make me hate my Christmas gifts from my parents that worked hard to buy me those gifts.
And then the rest of the video, she goes on to like say some like facts about herself. Like at one point she makes a joke about the fact that she recently got a nose job and says that's from DHgate 2.
And guys, I just got a nose job, but that was from DHgate 2. I only paid like 20K there for it.
And then in the most recent video in this situation, the two sisters, Kylan and Izzy, go on to make a video saying that their parents felt so bad about this situation going big on TikTok that they went and bought them more presents, like real presents.
So since everybody on here is a D1 hater, you guys made my mom and dad feel so bad over our Christmas presents that they went and bought us all new.
Real!
And not only did they did not buy the same purse again to where we could have more. So we have real and fake. Receipt? Give them the receipt.
This is from Forward. I had to send it to my mom because we did it on my app, but here is the receipt for the bags.
Yeah, and then they go on to show like some of the presents that they've got, but that is pretty much the whole situation at this point. I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below and everything that we spoke about here. I think one big reason why this might have went so big is because I believe this family has been in like controversy before, so I think a lot of people just assume that this is more rage bait, or they're just seeing this as like another controversy, so they're gonna like want to talk about it. I don't know all the details about the previous stuff. There was something about like a dress and falling into a swimming pool. Bizarre stuff, to say the least. But again, I would love to know your opinions in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about. I just kind of wanted to speak about it because the response video with a mini movie, that's a first. I don't think we've seen that before. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy, please do a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.